the Son of Man will come. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "Stay awake, for you do not know on which day your Lord will come. Be sure of this. If the master of the house had known the hour of night when the thief was coming, he would have stayed awake and do not let the house be broken into. So too you also must be prepared, for at the hour you do not expect, the Son of Man will come. Who then is the faithful and prudent servant whom the master has put in charge of his household to distribute to them their food to the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom his master on his arrival finds doing so. Amen, I say to you, he will put him in charge of all his property. But if that wicked servant says to himself, 'My master is long delayed,' and begins to beat his fellow servants and eat and drink with drunkards, the servant's master will come on an unexpected day and at an unknown hour and will punish him severely and assign him a place with the hypocrites, when there will be wailing and grinding of teeth." The Gospel of the Lord. Today's message from the Gospel is very easy. Stay awake. That simple and very short message. Stay awake. It is very simple, very short, but a very important message from Jesus Christ in today's Gospel. And that scene takes place like that chapter when Jesus is preparing for his passion. He's getting ready for the passion and then, of course, the resurrection. Stay awake. These words of Jesus are addressed to all of us. And this is message for us, the Christian, the followers of Jesus Christ as well. Not just for the disciples, not just for the crowd from that time, but for all of us. Stay away. And that example is very easy, it's very powerful, because we do not know when Jesus Christ will come. And that's why we have to be ready, that's why we have to be awake. But he's talking about our spiritual life, our spiritual condition, not that we have to be awake all the time, because that is impossible. But we have to be awake in spirit. We have to be ready. That's why we have to go to confession. That's why we have to be in the state of grace. That's why we have to make sure that we are ready for Jesus Christ. So he exhorts us to be faithful and to stay alert, to be prepared for his second coming, because we have no idea when Jesus Christ will be back again. So we must stay awake. We must be constantly at work. So whenever we are not sure that we should receive communion, whenever we are not fully prepared for the Mass, then go to confession, then ask for grace, forgiveness, and then be back at the table of the Lord. And today we have this feast of Saint Monica, whom the Church recognized today, is a wonderful example of that contribution for prayer, of that constant prayer, because she was praying for a long time. She was praying for the conversion of her son. And she was praying for, not like for 1 year, for 2 years, I believe it was like 20 years. And she was offering the prayers on behalf of her son Augustine. and his memoration is tomorrow. And that was a long time project for her. It was not like for one day project for 1 week, because sometimes we are praying for something like 2 days and we are so angry because we didn't receive that. But Saint Monica is a great example for us, because she was praying for a long time and she never lost her patience. She never lost that connection with Jesus Christ. So stay awake. Let us also be ready for Jesus Christ. Let us be ready for his grace. Even in the daily life, let us be ready for his strength, for his power, because he is ready to free us from the sins. That we have to open our hearts, and then we can be ready for his glory enter into our hearts. Amen.